What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Corey Crow. In this particular video, we're going to talk about 5 different upcoming projects that are coming out that you guys are going to want to know about. That being said, of course, everything I say here is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do research prior to making any sort of decisions within the space. It's very risky. You can have a very hyped project like this one go from something like this to this in a quick, hot second. So even when you do your own research, it's very risky. And that being said, again, not a financial advisor, but it's a lot of fun. So let's talk about a couple of different projects that I'm currently looking into. If you guys like the background, my face, the hat, and the overall vibes here on this channel, then go ahead and take a quick hot second to smash that subscribe button. I really appreciate that so much. It helps me sleep a little bit better at night. And let's talk about these 5 different projects now, okay? So first and foremost, guys, the market has been absolutely wild. Of course, we have a couple worldly events, of course, of those which I'm sure you have known about, which have made the market go down quite a bit. Prayers going out to everyone who has been affected to those. But overall, this is what the overall market looks like today. We're still down. The overall market overall has had this sort of negative trajectory behind it. If you guys can take a look into Dune Analytics, you guys can see here the sort of downward progression, what we've seen so far. And even today, we've had an 89 million traded volume on OpenSea for the Ethereum platform, which is the most popular one out there, which is sort of like the baseline, the standard. So we have certainly seen a downward trend overall, but that is due to, again, some of the worldly events that are happening. So overall, the NFT space is very slow. Whitelist opportunities for a lot of different projects are slim to none, even for those that are hyped projects. But here are 5 different projects that I think you guys are going to want to know about moving into March. Let's talk about project number 1 now. So project number 1 we're going to talk about today is Embers. If you guys have never heard about Embers before, this is it. This is exactly what it looks like. There's 5,555 of these Ember NFTs, and they're flickering into the Emberverse coming March 2022. They are really unique. They're actually very familiar with like doodles. So I want to say they're unique, but they're also familiar as well, which is probably a good thing. A lot of people like this art style. I do too. I love the fact that they're animated. They're very cute. Overall, they have staking. There's a DAO. There's breeding. All the good stuff that you guys want to see within it. The roadmap, of course, is here. So if you guys want to pause the screen, take a look into it, you can see whitelist opportunities, collabs, airdrops, and so much more. Overall, I like this project. I would be looking to pick up a couple of these because I do like the art. I love the animated aspect. And of course, the overall style is something that we've seen that has done very well into the future. Let's talk about project number 2. Croco dudes. Croco dudes. I think is how you say that. Overall, similar sort of pastel look. I mean, a lot of people are going to dig this sort of project as well, just due to the overall art specifically. I don't know too much about it. I don't know if there's any utility behind the particular project, but overall, the art is sort of resembling something we've seen before in the past as well. You have these pastel sort of soft color tones with a harsh outline, of course, that's done very well within the space. And actually, there's been sort of like this niche for crocodiles or alligators overall. So something that I think people are going to be looking into. I like the branding there on the dude list. So instead of saying whitelist or allow list or something of that nature, they have the dude list, which is very fun. But overall, this is a particular project I think a lot of people are going to like just based off the art alone. It's pretty cute. I like it. There is no release date. There is no mint price point that I'm aware of at this point. Their Discord is also locked, so they got this thing on lockdown. But overall, stay tuned onto their Twitter if you guys like that particular project, so you guys can have notifications on for when they release any of those informational bits. That's the place to do, is Twitter. Next on the list is something called blockchain bandits. If you guys have never heard about this project is actually something I think a lot of people are going to get hyped over based off of the pixelated sort of animal artwork we've seen. There's bandits, there's the bandit token, there's breeding, there's 3,333 of these, and they're very unique. They actually look similar to like PX Quest a little bit, if you guys are familiar with that project. But overall, I love the artwork here. We've seen similar artwork like this before perform very well within this space. I would expect this one to do a lot of the same. There's some really great engagement with each one of their particular posts. And I think overall, the color scheme, the tone, just the overall vibe behind the project is just a lot of fun. And the one thing I do like about this particular project as well is the fact that they have 10 legendary NFT pieces that are not going to be held back from the team, not going to be on auction. They are going to be completely mintable, which makes the whole minting experience so much more fun that you guys actually have the opportunity to mint a legendary, 1 of 10 on the mint. So that's something I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. And again, you can see that based off of the overall vibes and the engagement on their Twitter. That's a project I think you guys are going to want to know about for sure. Next up on the list is going to be called Little Blobs World. Overall, this project is 8,888 of these blobs. Their launch date or pre-sale date is right around the corner on the 2nd of March. So we are right around the corner from that. But again, similar overall look behind what we've seen in the past. You guys see the same resemblance between these projects. It's because they do very well within the space. And who doesn't like this kind of artwork? It's cute. It's really adorable. And it's very well accepted across the overall NFT space. And they have a little bit of a different vibe to them. A little bit more of a unique character, which is something I think a lot of people like. And again, great engagement overall overall on their Twitter. And last but certainly not least is a project called Kaiju Friends. They are approved by the Kaiju Kings. If you guys have never heard about the Kaiju Kings, very world-renowned, almost blue chip. A lot of people would say that they are a blue chip project in this space, but these are the Kaiju Friends. They have some really unique, very stylized artwork that resembles the Kaiju character, and overall a little bit more of a lighthearted tone to it. Their Discord is currently locked. I don't believe there's a mint price or mint date, but this is one of those projects that a lot of people are interested in being a part of. They do a lot of collabs, of course, with those that I just talked about right there, with a little blobs world, but overall they drop these little secret codes on their Twitter every now and then, so you guys can take a quick like quarter of a second, maybe a millisecond, and try to enter this in as fast as possible to get into their Discord, which is currently locked. But overall, a very hyped project. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is something I'm completely bullish on. Anything that has kaijus within it is something that I'm 100% backing most of the time. Can't say 100%, but this is a project that I think a lot of people are going to love because of the art, the kaiju overall character, as well as just what they've done so far on social media. I mean, look at this. This is the very first thing that I believe I saw from that particular team. And again, very stylized. It has this very familiar color palette. I love everything I've seen so far about the Kaiju Friends here. I think it's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be digging, and I think it's going to do very well. No idea about the roadmap or mint price or mint date, but overall, I'm still pretty bullish. I like it. Let me in the Discord, please. Please. And a couple quick honorable mentions just to wrap up this video. Some of those that you guys might want to know about. First and foremost is something called the Skeleton Gangs. Now, Skeleton Gangs are going to be 1,500 of these playable characters that are completely ready for the Underverse. They're rigged, they're animated, they have this sort of skeleton voxel tone. So if you guys like that overall look, that is certainly a project that you guys are going to want to be a part of because it has this humorous tone to it. I mean, if you guys have never seen this project, I'm going to make it very brief. I'm going to skip through the majority of this, but overall, you can see the humorous tone behind it. They've got these fun little traits and a lot of variations between the skeletons. Overall, if you guys like skeleton, you like voxels, that's probably one to take a look into. Let's talk about a couple more. Cyberlines is right around the corner as well. I'm very familiar with the dev. The dev has done great work in other particular projects, but overall, this is going to be another one of those pixelated NFT projects, and their game is almost impossible. If you guys have never played the game, it's a fun game to play. Cyberlines is a project I'm looking into because they have a lot of really unique pieces behind it. I think this project overall is one that I'm looking into based off of the fact that I know the devs, but I do like the art here. I'm a big fan of lines, lazy line holder for life. Anything that has a line with it, I'm a big fan of. Something that I think a lot of people are going to want to take a look into, these cute little cubs. And last but not least is the Cyber Frogs. They have already minted out, but I wanted to bring it up because also similar sort of vibe behind the pixelated situation here. There's 5,555 of these frogs, which have already been minted. You guys can see the overall look and aesthetic behind these frogs, and I think overall you guys get an idea of what's going on with these. I did pick up a couple of these just based off the fact that I like pixelated artwork, and I think a lot of people are going to like this kind of project overall because it is pretty cool. It's Croco-tastic. All right, last, but certainly not least is going to be one project I've already talked about before, which is going to be ApeX. ApeX is right around the corner. It is coming out on the 7th of March. There's 2D, there's 3D, there's interchangeable and fully upgradable traits. There's the Simian token, there's breeding. The person behind it who's made the token, who's sort of working with the token is Wolf, very renowned individual within the space. This is a project that I'm highly looking forward to holding, and I think a lot of people are going to as well. You not only get the 2D NFT, but you also get the 3D NFT, and all of those are animated, something we have not seen before in the past. If you've got a really unique way of doing the DAO and a lot of other unique things that are going on with the particular project, and the community is just very fun. It's very laid back. But anyways, that's it. Hopefully you guys like that. My little buddy over here did. I don't know why I have this, but I have it. Ooh. All right, folks, so that is it for all these particular projects. Hopefully you liked a couple of these, if not all of them. Let me know in the comments below which one you guys like the most and why. And also don't forget to take a quick second to subscribe to the channel because I can see most of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys take a quick second to press the subscribe button and like button as well. Maybe share it with your mom and your friends and your dad and everyone else who you guys know in this circle of influence of yours, because I like making these videos for you guys. It's a lot of fun, and I have a lot of great NFT content moving forward into the future, as well as a lot of unique things, which I can't say just yet, but there's some really great progress that's going to be coming out into the future. So smash that subscribe button. You guys are not going to miss out on any particular second of it. But let's wrap this one up. Let's make another one, and I will see you guys in the general chats and in the next video. As always, y'all take care, toodles. Have a good night, good day, good morning, good afternoon. Check your posture. Hydrate. Guy.